Tonight, the range reacts again. Another rally hits Chisholm, this time supporting the mayors who endorsed the president's re-election bid. And lending a helping hand as fires burn out of control in the West, support is coming from the Northland. Plus, 19 years later, we take a look back at the devastating terror attacks that left 3,000 people dead.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Anthony Mack. Kristen is off tonight. Thanks for joining us. People from across the Iron Range gathered in Chisholm earlier today, rallying in support of President Donald Trump and the now 8 Northland mayors that have endorsed him for president. This event in response to a rally just days ago denouncing these same mayors' endorsements, saying they do not speak for the entire Iron Range. CBS 3's Natalie Grant was in Chisholm today and explains why those at the rally believe the range will vote red in 2020.
Hundreds lined the streets of Chisholm on Friday, supporting the re-election bid of President Donald Trump and the 8 Iron Range mayors that have now endorsed that bid.
The tide is turning up here.
Mayor John Ciampa of Chisholm has historically aligned with DFL politics. He says that he's seen pushback following his endorsement, but says he's seeing a change from the traditionally blue Iron Range.
When I signed the letter, I was very aware of the pushback. I mean, we are in... You're right now, you're in the heart. You're in the bear's den of the Democratic Party right here, okay? It's been for the history of the Iron Range, and but it's changing.
Ciampa spoke to the energized crowd on Friday, along with other lawmakers, like Representative Pete Stauber, who thanked the mayors for their support.
That's who we are, and we have to fight for it because there's people trying to stop it and stop our way of life, and these mayors aren't going to let it happen.
A way of life that some say aligns with the president's policies.
I think the biggest thing I heard today was don't back down. The problem is the left wants to try to silence the right. Don't back down. We're going to push forward. We believe Trump is the answer for us up here.
Rallying to push forward as we inch closer to November 3rd.
President Donald Trump will be traveling to Bemidji a week from today. Joe Biden, the Democratic nominee, will also be in Minnesota that same day. No word yet on where he will be visiting. Dave's here for our first look at the weather now. Dave, clouded up quite a bit out there this evening.
But that made for a very beautiful picture. You know, at 6 o'clock, we started by looking at sunrise in Floodwood from our good friend John Dahlman. Now tonight, let's show you sunset in Floodwood. This comes from the Floodwood Forum, one of the 2 great papers that covers that community. Beautiful pictures in the sky. You know, if we had a clear sky, we wouldn't get colors like that. The clearer sky has gone away. The colors have come in because the low pressure system is snaking towards us, and that is going to bring in clouds, and after midnight tonight, a chance for some rain showers that may not be overly heavy, but they could be persistent. So our Saturday day planner says we get a 50 to 80% chance of rain all day long. Warmer, though, because of the cloud cover, starting at 49 rather than 29, but cooler finish, finishing at 58 rather than, say, 66. But it'll start warming up again as early as Sunday, which could lead to still a day in the 70s next week. And, of course, I'll show you what day that's going to be. It will only be one day, coming up in a few more minutes.
Thanks, Dave. Help from the Northland is on the way to Oregon, where wildfires are continuing to spread. This is what it looks like out west right now. Nearly 100 major fires are burning across 11 states tonight. In California, Oregon, and Washington, at least 16 people have died and entire towns have been reduced to rubble. Across the state of Oregon, flames scorched more than 900,000 acres in a 72-hour period, triggering evacuations for more than 10% of the state's population. Right now, more than 1,000 Red Cross volunteers are in the region lending a helping hand, with more on the way. CBS 3's Emma Quinn spoke with the Northland volunteer as she prepares to join the effort.
Diane Dunder spent Friday morning packing up the Red Cross disaster relief truck in preparation for a relief mission out west.
We're going to be in the Cascade area where all the fires are, but it doesn't look good out there.
It's just one of several wildfire situations Dunder has responded to during her 18 years as a Red Cross volunteer.
Every single one is different. It's always an adventure.
Dunder says the big difference for this relief trip, volunteering in the middle of a pandemic.
There is a lot of things that are in the mix that haven't been in before.
Dunder hits the road Saturday morning. Her disaster relief truck will be used to distribute food to those impacted by the fires.
The people are no longer in their neighborhoods, and so sometimes we go in when they are allowed to go in and then just sift through everything they've got and try to feed them then. Otherwise, it'll be more likely being feeding at shelters.
Giving back during a time when people need it most.
You just see where these people have lost everything and they need somebody to talk with, and so we're able to give them that time. And then
the other volunteer joining Dunder is from Nashua. To learn how you can help during the wildfires across the West Coast, you can head to our website, CBS3Duluth.com. Tribute in Light is shining once again as a memorial to the victims of the terror attacks on September 11th, 2001. Earlier in the day today, dueling ceremonies marked the 19th anniversary of the terror attacks. One ceremony took place at the September 11th Memorial Plaza, while another took place at a corner near the World Trade Center. Roughly 3,000 people died that day, including hundreds of firefighters, more than 70 police officers, and 55 military personnel. CBS News' Laura Podesta spoke to one young man who was just a boy when he lost his father on that fateful day. He's now concerned the national pride and unity he saw after the tragedy 19 years ago is not being felt during today's pandemic.
Matthew Bocci says he used to spend hours behind the computer searching for images of his dad and the footage of the burning Twin Towers on 9/11. John Bocci, a 38-year-old managing director at Cantor Fitzgerald, last spoke to his family in a phone call from the 105th floor of the North Tower.
He showed and exhibited a lot of bravery and courage that day, and I try to live my life that way now. You know, I remember him for that, for the good things, not, you know, what possibly happened to him, you know, did he suffer, things like that.
Matthew says he always admired the way the nation came together after September 11th, something he's afraid is not happening during the coronavirus pandemic.
Do you see any correlation between 9/11 and what's happening now?
Absolutely, but the problem is the same unity and good that came from post 9/11 has not been the same now in a sense.
Bocci believes what's missing is the universal feeling of patriotism. Instead, there's divisiveness.
I feel like there's just so much hate in the world.
Matthew is out with a new book called Sway, which chronicles his struggles with his father's death. He says getting sober helped him cope, but so did the support of his community. And he hopes the country can unite once again while facing the terror of a pandemic.
This year also marks 8 years since the attacks on Americans began at Benghazi that left 4 Americans dead. At the start of the pandemic, hunger was a real concern for kids who depend on free and reduced cost meals at school. Since kids could no longer come to the cafeteria, Duluth schools had to get creative with drive-through breakfasts and lunch distributions. They take place every day school is in session. The state announced new guidance this week allowing students to get a meal completely free of charge regardless of their eligibility. But it may not last for long.
It's very important that even though we're feeding children for free right now, we will eventually go back to the rules where we need to have the children qualify for meals in order to get them free.
To continue this service, Duluth schools need families to fill out the free and reduced lunch application. It's used to measure the need. If they don't, federal aid will drop and the meal program could take the hit. We'll have all the information on our website. A Duluth nonprofit spread out across the city today to clean up public spaces. One of those spaces was the community garden at Harrison Park. Members of Equilibrium 3, VistaCorps, and the Lincoln Park Children and Families Collaborative teamed up for the effort. It was all part of a day of the National Day of Service and Remembrance on 9/11.
We are finishing planting up an orchard. We're planting 12 trees. 2 of them we had planted in June, and today we're planting the other 10. We're really fortunate today to have 7 of Equilibrium 3's vistas here.
Wheeler Overlook and Downer Park also got a pick-me-up today. Modern art in an unlikely place. Canal Park is slowly on its way to becoming a drive-through art museum. The Duluth Street Art Initiative unveiled their latest project today in Duluth's downtown waterfront. Thanks to the work of a local artist, a Canal Park dumpster has been converted into a piece of art. The dumpster belongs to the Canal Park Duluth Pack and was fittingly repainted with a fresh flannel coat. Organizers say the dumpster will serve as a catalyst for future projects in the area. The artist responsible for the creation, Nelia Harper, says art is important to build a sense of community.
My intention as an artist is to create something beautiful. And how do we create an environment that is more beautiful? Because when we live in a beautiful space, it brings out the best in all of us as human beings.
Harper adds there are plans to continue the project with other dumpsters in the alley. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, a local Northland boating legend died at the age of 94. We have the details about his legacy he left behind coming up.
Record high temp today is 92 degrees from 1931. The record low was 31 from 1965. Today's temperatures weren't close to either direction, and tomorrow probably won't be either. The big news is a chance for rain. It could be with us in about an hour or two. We'll talk about how long it'll last coming up after the break.
Live, local, CBS 3 News at 10 with Kristen Vaki, Anthony Matt, Kelly Hinson, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live, local, CBS 3. Watch Jeopardy at 4:30, followed by CBS 3 Live at 5 on Live, local, CBS 3.
Honey, what are you doing?
Carpet's getting a little long. Tripping hazard.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Run!
Who wants a brat?
Honey, just get in already.
It's okay to be a little overprotective.
Seriously?
After all, it's how we feel about our customers. Western National Insurance.
Thank you for virtual family dinners and long-distance birthday wishes. Thank you for sweet streaming melodies and spontaneous dance parties. Thank you for keeping classrooms together and learning alive. Thank you to our incredible network of employees who make all these beautiful connections possible.
Because of this, we made Ford Super Duty the most capable heavy-duty pickup ever. Because of this, we built Ford F-150 with 375 horsepower and best-in-class payload.
Rescue 614 en route.
Because of this, we built Ford Ranger with the terrain management system. And because Ford trucks are built for this, you made Ford America's best-selling brand.
Today we say so long summer and hello fall with the new DQ Fall Blizzard menu. There's the always festive pumpkin pie, tasty new caramel apple pie, and more delicious fall flavors than ever. Right now on the new DQ Fall Blizzard menu. If you're craving fall, you can find it at DQ. Happy tastes good.
What are you thinking?
Thinking about burger, fries, and some pie.
You know it's 9 o'clock in the morning.
Well, then bring the pie first.
It's back and better than ever. Perkins Burger, Fries, and Pie Combo. For a limited time, enjoy any burger, fries, and a slice of pie. And always served safely. Whether you dine in, order online, or get it to go. Order now at PerkinsToGo.com.
Watch Dave, Caitlin, and Austin for local weather you can trust on CBS. Now, the CBS 3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Pretty chilly start to the region this morning. One last day with frost advisories and freeze warnings. Now things are warming up, and though we had that cold start in the 20s and 30s for most towns this morning, the finish in the afternoon just before sunset was much more tolerable. Normal high temp is roughly 67, 68, and Ely beat that, 70 degrees. Ashland met at 68. Hayward close at 65. Hibbing close at 66. Tomorrow, thanks to thicker cloud cover and persistent rain that may fall just about all day long, temperatures won't get quite as high in the afternoon, but they're going to start tomorrow morning much warmer than they have been the past couple of days. And again, the grand climax of this warming trend is going to be Tuesday when we get into the mid-70s around the region, but only for a day on one hand, and on the other hand, along with the warmth, we may get showers. So it may not be a picture-perfect day to skip work like Tony likes to do and go out and enjoy. What are we enjoying right now at the airport? It's 53 degrees there. Relative humidity 77% with an east wind 5 miles per hour. Air pressure is creeping downwards, though, even at the surface, now down to 30.11 inches of mercury. So I do think those numbers will continue to drop as we go through Saturday, at least, before increasing again come Sunday as higher pressure and sunshine takes over once again. Current temperature is firmly in the 50s around our region. 55 for Watersmeet, 53 in Ashland and Superior, 55 Moose Lake and Hibbing and Ely. Exception, right by the lake in Grand Marais, 49 degrees, 57 the current number, International Falls. And I think the range of low temps tomorrow morning should go from 40 to 50 rather than, say, 28 to 33 like we had the past couple of mornings. Increasing temperatures, well, that's making some folks feel a little bit better, especially gardeners who had something survive over the past 3 cold mornings. Well, right now, rain is coming in to water those late season crops just in case it still makes any difference at all. Low pressure trough bubbling up from the southwest is pushing in the clouds and the rain showers, and it probably will be with us in our area probably just after midnight, now that the main lobe of this trough has crossed the border into Minnesota. It'll conquer the rest of the area through early Sunday morning. And by the time it departs, rain totals may be a little bit on the thinner side near the Canadian border, 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch. But for the North Shore and the rest of the region, yeah, 1/2 inch to 1 inch is definitely possible. And since we're still flirting with drought-like conditions for many towns, we could use that rain. Tonight, increasing clouds and increasing rain chances for Minnesota with lows in the 40s for the most part, and 40s as well for Wisconsin and Michigan. A couple of towns could crack 50. Increasing clouds there after midnight should lead to rain, and it's an 80% chance for Wisconsin and Michigan rain on Saturday. Cloudy sky to boot, high temps low 60s. Minnesota high temps inland near 60, little cooler right by the North Shore, 80% rain chance there as well. But we shake it off. Whoever sang that song, yeah, they probably sang it right about the weather, because we shake off the rain and it becomes sunny for Sunday and Monday, mid-60s return. And there's that day with 75 on Tuesday. It is just a 30% shower chance, so maybe we'll manage to get one of those glorious mid-September style days where it's one last memento of the summer that's passing.
Thanks, Dave. Lake Superior's boating safety guru passed away this week at the age of 91 after teaching the rules of the water to thousands of boaters since 1975. Dave Anderson tells us about the legacy left behind by Dr. Jim Munger of the U.S. Coast Guard Auxiliary.
For decades, Dr. Jim Munger's boat, the Illyrion, prowled Lake Superior, protecting boaters as part of the Coast Guard's auxiliary fleet.
So to have individuals like Dr. Munger is a real treasure for us. The amount of experience that he brings, the professionalism that he brings, and no, we're fortunate to have him.
Doc Munger worked on ore boats as a college student. He did 16 years as a Navy doctor and more as physician for the Morgan Park Steel Mill and UMD. Protecting boaters through membership in the Coast Guard Auxiliary and U.S. Power Squadron was his life's passion.
Personally, it's been satisfying. It's useful. The public is better prepared, better educated because of some of the things that we do.
The Auxiliary is the civil volunteer wing of Coast Guard forces and has no upper age limit for membership. Doc Munger served 45 years until his last day, just as planned.
Well, in some capacity, I don't expect ever to stop. It gets pretty boring if you're not doing something that's useful.
Doc's final wish is that friends donate memorial gifts either to the St. Luke's Foundation or to a safe boating organization of their choice. A big change is coming to a Duluth street starting next week. First Street between Mesaba Avenue and 24th Avenue East will be converted to two-way traffic. The conversion process gets underway on Monday. City officials say the change will provide direct access to downtown for medical and eastern residential areas, along with improved pedestrian safety. City crews will be making changes to traffic control at several intersections and changing up the signage. That work will cause crews to close off several blocks at a time. Still to come on Live Local CBS3, both parties take a break from campaigning today in order to share a moment of unity on the 19th anniversary of 9/11.
CBS3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
can I borrow the sports page?
Are we sure we're ready for this expansion?
Of course we're ready for it. It's a great idea. Let's celebrate with a vacation. I'm thinking Hawaii.
We're ready for you.
Is it okay if my friend comes with?
Of course. Imagination's always welcome here.
Bring us your best ideas. Let's see how we can help. National Bank of Commerce. Imagination's welcome.
Shopping for a new kitchen at Skips has never been better. Take home your dream kitchen today with Skips Fruitwood Oak Cabinets in painted or dark shaker styles. You can rely on Skips for quality and durability at affordable prices. Stop by with your measurements and see how you can take home beautifully painted or stained cabinets today at a truly affordable price. Visit us online at skipshomecenter.com or stop in to see our showroom at 4728 Rice Lake Road, Duluth.
Dry, itchy skin, bad taste, stained appliances. Call Arrowhead Water right now and let us come to your home and perform our no-obligation free 10-minute water audit. We'll test hardness, iron, pH, sulfur, and chlorine. In no time, you'll see, feel, and taste the difference a home water system can make. And right now, when we install your home water system, you can save up to 30% over the lifetime of a new system. Call us now to schedule your no-obligation free 10-minute home water audit. Family-owned, family-trusted, and no 1-800 number. Arrowhead Water.
You can have a great time out at Fond Duluth and get paid for it. From frontline customer service to something more technical, your new career could be right in downtown Duluth. Stop in during business hours or go to our website to find job listings and apply.
For months, we've all done our best to stay safe. But to remain safe in the long run, it's up to us all to take actions that don't just slow the spread of COVID, but collectively overcome it. Like getting a test if you have any symptoms, answering if your health department calls, and wearing a mask in public spaces. We all want to regain what we love in life. To get there, we all need to go forward and do our part. Sponsored by Minnesota Department of Health. Aired in cooperation with the Minnesota Broadcasters Association and this station.
Classic Rock KQ is once again the Northland's #1 radio station. The KQ Morning Show, the most listened to radio program in the Northland. The KQ Train Wreck, the Northland's #1 afternoon show. Thank you for making us the Northland's #1 radio station. 95 KQDS.
Watch Dave, Caitlin, and Austin for local weather you can trust on CBS.
Up to 60% off on summer clothing and footwear from the North Face in Columbia at Northwest Outlet.
When severe weather hits, tune to CBS3.
Tonight at 10, we'll be out here in the storm.
For up-to-date coverage morning and night.
Stay away from here.
Live local weather coverage on CBS3 Duluth. Watch Dave, Caitlin, and Austin for local weather you can trust on CBS.
The 2020 presidential and vice presidential contenders took a break from the campaign trail today to remember the 19th anniversary of the September 11th attacks. President Donald Trump struck a tone of unity in Shanksville, Pennsylvania at a memorial for the passengers and crew of United Airlines Flight 93. Meanwhile, Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden and his wife Jill later met with those who lost loved ones in the same spot. In New York, there was a rare courteous moment of bipartisanship between the former vice president and the current vice president. Both Vice President Mike Pence and Biden were there to honor the people who died in the attacks. Coming up in sports, crosstown rivals Duluth East and Duluth Denfeld met on the pitch. Those highlights are coming up right after the break.
Watch Jeopardy at 4:30, followed by CBS3 Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3.
It's Slumberland's huge Labor Day sale. Get this stylish, comfy sectional for just $9.98 and get the storage ottoman free, or an incredible price on the Sealy Posturepedic Queen mattress and free shipping with no minimum. The Labor Day sale at Slumberland.
Enhance your quality of life. Increase your mobility. Achieve your potential. For specialized, individualized care, call Northern Orthotic and Prosthetic Center, providing the professional care you deserve. Northern Orthotic and Prosthetic Center, serving people throughout northern Minnesota, Wisconsin, and upper Michigan.
At Prime Appliance, our prices are so low that some folks don't think we carry high-end appliances. Well, nothing could be farther from the truth. Come to Prime Appliance and see all the premium brand names we carry. You'll be impressed when you work with the best. Come in and let us prove it to you.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $400 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give Rewards points. Go to CSLplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
Wouldn't it be great to see your windows in a new light? Let the local experts at Budget Blinds of Duluth help do it right. We make it easy with thousands of designs and possibilities, like our drapery, providing you with the widest selection of curtains, drapes, and other soft window treatments, all of which can be customized to match your unique style. Budget Blinds of Duluth, style and service for every budget. Locally owned and operated by the Pearson Brothers.
I have been working to lower prescription drug prices since my first day in the Senate. And when Congress passed into law my bill to lower the price of insulin by making generics more available, progress finally. Now I'm working on a plan to manufacture drugs in America and build a supply chain so we're not relying on other countries for the medicine we need. I'm Tina Smith, and I approve this message because I'll work with anyone and do whatever it takes to get the job done.
You work hard for your money and deserve to see it go the extra mile. Join us Wednesday mornings and hear from local experts on tips to better manage your finances in Eye on Money on live local CBS3. Brought to you by MPPL Financial.
Incredible savings on mattresses during the big Sealy sale now at Slumberland. Get a Sealy Queen mattress as low as $99 or a luxurious Sealy Posturepedic for $9.99 plus free shipping. The big Sealy sale at Slumberland.
A little over 2 weeks before the end of the regular season, the Twins remain in a three-man race for the top spot in the AL Central. Twins opening up a three-game set with the Indians. Both teams just one game back of the White Sox. Bottom of the second, Twins jump out in front in a big way. Byron Buxton takes Shane Bieber deep for the two-run shot. Twins with a 2-0 lead. And at last check, the Twins lead 3-0 in the 8th inning. Final series where the Cubs and Brewers will square off. Milwaukee trying to gain ground, being 5 games back. A pitcher's duel in this one. Bottom of the 6th, no score. The Cubs' John Lester gets Christian Yelich swinging. Then on the other end, Brandon Woodruff catches Victor Caratini looking for strike 3. Eventually, the Brewers would walk it off in the 9th on an RBI sac fly. To prep soccer, crosstown rivals met on the pitch for the first time this season. As Duluth-Denfeld hosted Duluth East, Greyhounds in search of their first win. First half, East with a great chance here. Bailey Kuhl with a shot. And Mary Johnson just gets a hand on it, keeping the game scoreless. Same half, the Hunters get on the board. Cora Samuelson squeaks this one past the goaltender for the goal. And Denfeld grabs the 1-0 lead. The Greyhounds wouldn't back down after shortly after. Liv Winkler with the slow roller that goes to the back of the net. That ties the game at 1. And East would add one more as they win 2-1. Grand West Marathon has been changing and adapting to what they've been dealt with during the COVID-19 pandemic. After all their races last June went virtual, they've been slowly implementing in-person races, first with the Park Point 5-miler, and today with the Minnesota Mile. A beautiful day for runners up on Skyline Parkway in Duluth. There was still a virtual option for those who still wanted to participate from afar, but in person, runners were sent out in waves of no more than 25 runners every 10 minutes. They were released in pairs wearing masks in the start corral, and after crossing the finish line, instead of congregating near the finish, runners were sent immediately back to their cars. Race director Shane Bauer says they're doing everything they can to keep the races going.
It's our mission to do these things and give people a goal to work towards, especially during a pandemic. I don't think our mission's ever been more important. You know, it's your health and fitness and being conscious of a healthy lifestyle counters those underlying effects that are amplified by a pandemic, like a pathogen, you know, like a coronavirus. So to be able to offer this for people is something we just have to do.
Tomorrow they'll hold the Fitkers 5K, their biggest event since the beginning of the pandemic. For the first time in franchise history, the Vikings will open up their season at home against rival the Green Bay Packers. It will be the 120th time the two teams have squared off.
Just last season, Green Bay owned the series as they took both matchups. Minnesota, on the other hand, is perfect in their past 3 season openers at home, getting wins over New Orleans, San Francisco, and Atlanta. But this year will be unlike any other, as both teams come into Sunday with no preseason games to get them ready. Both coaches acknowledge it may take some time before their teams are acclimated.
Until you get out in that on the field and in game action, there are some unknowns, and some of that is just you got new guys playing for you that you haven't been around and seen, you know, in the heat of the battle.
There'll be mistakes on all sides of the balls, on both sides of the teams, I'm sure, and you know, we'll have to make adjustments during the course of the game. But you know, we do that all the time. So it's just you know, at the end of the day, it's going to come down to blocking and tackling and, you know, execution.
Now that's all for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health. Have our certified nurse midwives provide personal one-on-one support and guidance for your next pregnancy. Visit essentiahealth.org to learn more.
Lawless criminals terrorize Minneapolis. Joe Biden takes a knee. The weak response from Biden and radicals like Ilhan Omar has led to chaos and violence. And their calls for defunding police would make it worse. President Trump is making it stop, making crucial federal resources available to protect Minnesota's families. Communities, not criminals. Jobs, not mobs. Strong leadership when America needs it most.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and as you know, my passion is to help each and every one of you get the best sleep of your life. That's why I created my new Giza Dreams bed sheets. I started by using the world's best cotton called Giza. It's only grown in a region between the Sahara Desert, the Mediterranean Sea, and the Nile River. It's ultra soft and breathable, but extremely durable. My Giza sheets also include full 21-inch wide pillowcases that will fit over any pillow and deep pocket sheets that will fit over any mattress. The first night you sleep on my sheets, you'll never want to sleep on anything else.
Go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen right now to get your very own MyPillow Giza Dream Sheets. Giza Dream Sheets are available in a variety of colors. Use the promo code and Mike will give you 2 for 1 low price and free shipping. That's right, get 2 for 1 low price plus free shipping.
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit MyPillow.com.
Let's face it, it's been a tough year. But here in Minnesota, we're pretty tough too. We help each other, we work together, and we solve problems. That's what I try to do every day as your congressman. Like helping to save pensions for our union workers, standing with snowplow drivers during their strike, and fighting to lower health care costs for seniors and our most vulnerable. I'm Pete Stauber, and I approve this message because together we're fighting for our way of life.
So you made it all the way up to the North Pole?
Yep, and the South. But I need good Medicare coverage so I can keep exploring.
Well, we have a range of Medicare Advantage plans, some including dental, vision, prescription, and travel benefits.
Can I find them online?
Yeah, absolutely. Or you can give us a call.
Sounds good.
Well, our stop is just up ahead.
So that was the shortest ride I think I've ever been on.
Yeah, quarantine legs. Gotta work those muscles back up.
Men's wardrobe provided by Mainstream Fashions for Men, your fall fashion headquarters with new arrivals daily. Downtown Duluth.
As you've been out and about last during the pandemic, one thing you've surely noticed is you might not be seeing the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile around as much. People aren't gathering as much these days, but they're still falling head over heels for each other. That's why the 27-foot-long hot dog on wheels is making appearances with smitten couples committed to tying the knot. If you want the giant Wienermobile as part of your marriage proposal, like love itself, it's free. That's right. All you have to do is sign up, and if the wheeled weenie isn't otherwise engaged, it will roll on down your magic moment at no cost. Dave, how would you like to get engaged with the Wienermobile?
Hey, this is the Northland. My next rat rod's going to be the Lutefisk Mobile.
There you go.
You paint it white,
yeah.
And there you go.
And that will certainly fit with our demographic here in northeastern Minnesota.
Exactly. Yeah. Some poorly applied Bondo. It looks all wavy like a piece of Lutefisk.
I think we should do this. I'll back you financially.
That means $10. All right. I'm in. All right, what are we in for the week ahead weather-wise? Let's fire up that 7-day forecast. And we've broken the cold snap, at least for morning lows. Tomorrow's daytime high is nothing to be that impressive about, mainly because it'll be cloudy, keeping temperatures down, and there's an 80 to 90% chance for rain showers that may add up to a ½ inch or so for much of the area, though north of Duluth, probably lesser amounts towards a tenth or a quarter. Now, high pressure takes over Sunday and Monday. We get a partly cloudy sky back, and mid-60s will be very close to normal. Tuesday, 75, but it may come at the cost of some rain.
That's a wrap for the weekend. For the week. Have a great weekend.